tell me this, can a name change help the grouping get rid of historical baggage? Is public memory that short that all the various allegations that have been leveled individually against all of the parties, against the JDU, against RJD, against Congress, against Samajwadi Party, that people will forget and say, oh, now they represent India?
Well, I hope I have waited long enough for my turn. I was wondering whether I am in the show or not. Anyway, but I hope I'll be allowed to speak without interruptions by you or by your panelists. So to put out what I wish to say. First of all, hats off to you for coming out in such a strong defense of the people in the ruling dispensation and talking about. But my only problem is that you have been trying to prove that two wrongs make a right by citing history and by citing what the previous government did in Manipur or in the Northeast.
With the greatest of respect,
if you are trying to justify, let me.
Not at all. Not at all. I don't think you've seen any of my shows. But we have been absolutely unequivocal that there has been a complete failure on the part of the government.
I'm talking about today. If you allow me to continue, if you don't want me to continue, then I can get away and leave the show.
Yes, go on. But this was just statistics. I am not defending any government.
You are citing statistics to me, it seemed that you were defending the government by citing the history to prove that if two wrongs make a right.
No.
Anyway,
the point
is, what Zafar Islam has been emphasizing, that there's a lot of nationalism in this party and the government. If nationalism is being redefined, that the Prime Minister of the country should shut his eyes and close his ears to the happenings in Manipur, to the molestation and gang rape, daylight gang rape of women. I didn't know that was nationalism. I didn't know that the Prime Minister turns a blind eye and shuts his ears to the harassment and sexual harassment of India's wrestlers, women wrestlers, who went on crying for months and there was nobody to listen to them. If that is nationalism, if that is Bharatiya Sanskriti, it's great. I didn't know that it was redefined. And that is how if they are talking, and secondly, now talking about coming to India and the opposition joining hands to form this acronym of India. Well, probably it's the first time I can understand Mr. Modi getting cheesed off with the word India, because he has been very good at acronyms. And this time he has been, somebody has, in the game of upmanship, the opposition has moved ahead. So probably that could be the reason. It's only, if everything about India is bad, then as somebody rightly said, talked about Prime Minister of India. And if anything, it is self-contradictory. It's a shame that BJP is coming out with things like associating India with only things like Indian Mujahideen or PFI. It's a shame. How can you, and by doing this, they are only trying to, this is again diversionary tactics in which BJP excels. And I think, and I feel very strongly that this is another idea just to divert the attention of the people from serious issues of things like Manipur. And again I talk about, if you are also a woman, Padmaja, and the way they have behaved with women, if you approve of it, you are great.
I'm definitely a woman, sir. And to say that I approve of the rape of women is not something I would have thought anyone would even suggest on national TV. And I don't see where this is coming from.
How can you not condemn
Again, like I said, sir, your opinion comes from I don't know where. I have not only condemned, I have specifically called out the dereliction on part of the government for sitting on a complaint for 77 years. So I think it's rather uncharitable for you to make that suggestion. And I don't know where this is coming from and what it is born out of. I have said it unequivocally, yet you choose to say these things. But nonetheless, the BJP, Tushar Gupta, is cheesed off because surely in terms of narrative, Team India has stolen a march over them.
Absolutely wrong. Absolutely imaginary deduction by a chosen few. And I would like to respond to this mindless rant which was made by the previous speaker accusing
okay, let's not please get personal. Let's stick to the topic.
Well,
no personal comments. Yes.
Okay, fair enough. Let's not expect the Congress to define nationalism. The Manipur problem, as you rightly pointed out, is a legacy problem, and the number of attacks have also come down. But more importantly, the kind of economic and infrastructural integration the region has seen has been unprecedented since the time of independence. Many regions in the northeast, Padmaja, are getting railway lines for the first time.
Sure. Okay. Again, I think let's not try and equate the few to say that, oh, we allowed law and order to turn into shambles because we built airports. Is again a completely unfair comparison to make. So let's not get into that. Fine, great. You've made airports, but you still did not act on a rape complaint for 77 days.
BJP to address. No, I was responding to the fact that Sanjay Jha said that the BJP must apologize to the country. I was just responding to that. Having said that, the opposition has also been running away from a discussion in the parliament for long. They wanted a discussion, the government conceded to it. Now they say that the discussion should also happen in their manner. Look, Padmaja, this is the opposition with 50 seats. The largest party having 50 seats. Their job in the parliament is to ask the tough questions to the centre. They need to question the centre as to what went wrong in Manipur. Why was it allowed to go so wrong? What happened between the two communities? But what are we seeing from them? We are seeing political theatrics. They do not want to question the party, the government in the parliament. They'll meet them for an all-party meeting. All the parties met Amit Shah a month ago in June 25, but they won't question them in the parliament. But on television, they'll claim that the government has done nothing for Manipur. They are not addressing to our questions. My another point to the opposition is, why are you not willing to accept the government's request to go for a discussion, ask the tough questions?
Okay, everyone wants to respond, but Mr. Pradhan, you first. Amit Shah today released a letter written to Mallikarjun Kharge, Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary. Will that break the impasse in the interest of India?
If Mr. Amit Shah was really concerned, why did he not talk about it? You are trying to tell me that Mr. Amit Shah, when he went to Manipur, he was not aware of what was happening. He was not told by his chief minister that this is happening. And the chief minister continues. There is no action against the chief minister. What? I mean, how can you just shut? I mean, as a journalist, I find it shocking. I find it shocking that the Home Minister of the country was not aware of all that had happened more than a month and a half back when he visited Manipur. And here is somebody trying to justify, trying to equate, saying that if the railway line is gone there, so they are free to rape. They can get gang rape. What a shame. They should put their heads down in shame in what has happened. And to justify that it is happening in Rajasthan also, they are equally condemnable. But they are not comparable.
Okay, they are not comparable.
So to say for a party which always claimed to be a party with a difference, this is not what was expected.
Okay, and nationalism could well be your albatross. Yes, Syed Zafar Islam. Nationalism.